Now do me a favor and imagine this. Imagine your parents saying that they'll stop with their alcohol addiction, promising you that they'll never touch the ball again. Only for years later, you've come to realize that not only did they broke their promise, but they've been hitting the ball throughout the years, and now they stop trying to hide it. Yes, that's basically how I feel once I heard the announcement of Blizzard just giving up on Overwatch 2 and decided to just scrap pretty much the entire PvE elements that justifies the existence of the sequel. So in other words, Overwatch 2 is a goddamn lie. I feel betrayed, to be honest. I feel used. I was so upset I couldn't even sleep for work because I had to sleep in the afternoon. Only so I do the night only because I do the night shift, and I just received a message just before I was supposed to sleep. But I was too angry, I was too upset to sleep, so I had to call the day off. Yeah, thanks a lot, Blizzard. So all those years of waiting for the real Overwatch 2 just amounted to nothing because they haven't even started. Yeah, because apparently the endgame shop and the battle pass is far more important than the hero trees, far more important than the level up system and the story modes, and who knows what other things that they promise us for Overwatch 2, the real one. And me personally, I believe the worst of all is when Aaron Keller has told us all of that and then hasn't even apologized. He haven't even apologized. Like, no. Like, he hasn't even mentioned he didn't even mention of how aware he was when it comes to making the announcement. He didn't go out and say, "Look, I'm very sorry to many people that's been waiting for years for the real Overwatch 2," or he's not even saying things like, "Oh, I know this is going to upset so many people, but in the end, we had to make a choice. So I'm sorry for going to this going to this path. Like, not like no, none of that. Instead, instead, he just shifted focus on the upcoming seasons. Like, are you shitting me, Aaron Keller? Are you shitting me?" And I know there are some people out there that are still coping. I know there are some people out there that are still coping, or that they are trying to gotcha us by asking these silly questions, such as, Angel, define PvE. It's a player versus environment, and a short, player versus bots. But Angel, the story missions are still coming out in season 6, so technically, PvE isn't cancelled. Maybe, but not in the way that Blizzard have promised us. It's like saying that turrets from Torbjorn and Symmetra have this auto aim. So technically, that's PvE? But Angel, check out these cool themes for each season. Very cool, right? Yes. No, not really. Not really. I mean, the Star Watch is pretty okay, but it's basically just 2 CP, but just extra steps. Did they even change the size of the map? And then, and also, if they couldn't get the real Overwatch 2 right, what makes them think that we'll enjoy this Final Fantasy Zelda ripoff? You know? But Angel, check out these cool cosmetics. Don't you want to spend more money on these cool skins and emotes? Please, I want more money. Oh, sure. I'd love to throw away another $10 just for a bunch of empty voice lines along with a spray, souvenirs, portrait, and tags that no one will ever use. Not to mention that once the story mode has arrived, that we'll have to pay $15 for just the story modes along with the coins and the other skins and emotes or other things that nobody ever really asked for, along with the playable heroes, like unlocking the playable heroes that we've already have. I know that doesn't make sense because I'm having a hard time understanding it. It's like saying you had to pay $5 to play Sora in Kingdom Hearts when Sora is already the main character of the game. Like, how absurd is that? Like, are you telling me that for $15 I could buy a hero that a bunch of heroes that I can already play for free? What? Well, at least we have the new boss coming up. Super exciting. Again, all of which nobody asked for. I'm sure that the flashpoint is will be much better than the push mode, but that's not what we wanted. We want the real Overwatch 2. And all of those, oh, it was never ever going to happen. Well, Angel, you know it's just a game, right? Yes, a game that we are passionate about. Keep that in mind. This isn't me getting angry after losing every fucking match. This is supposed to be a sequel that we as a community have been hyped about for almost a decade. But it came out as a big fat lie that should have ended up in court. Now before I end the video, before I end the video, I do want to apologize for taking so damn long to make this response. It just after the announcement, I was so mad. I couldn't even make a proper one without yelling or making like half an hour long, which yes, the first recording did last half an hour with me yelling and screaming. So I had to just take days. I had to take days just to figure out what to say at that moment. So I do apologize after like a month of like me supposed to be making video of me giving my response. I'm really sorry about that. I will do better. I will do better for stuff like that in the future. So yeah, not only do I have more to talk about Overwatch 2 or just Overwatch as a whole, but I will also split them into parts because there are different problems that I do want to address, but I don't want to make the video that lasts like half a day long. You know, I'll be going over different parts that I've been having with Overwatch as a franchise. But for now, that's all I want to talk about. See ya.